chain off beautifully or buys time for cooldowns to come back up. So it's important to factor that in. It looks like Freya will be in the jungle, and it's something I have to be wary of, especially against low mobility characters like Isis, Kwong, who could easily be isolated and just standing still, and just Freya just
not to
throwing
mention
those gumballs.
The ultimate could be a reactionary effort against things like Spirit Ball,
yes.
Spirit's Tempest, Spirit Arrow,
just Spirit.
Spirited Away.
Yeah, that's right.
I had no more spirit.
I was trying. I was going for like maybe wine or something. I don't know. Get some spirits in there. But
it was too. No,
he's gonna go for Chang'e in the mid lane.
Chang'e
in the mid lane. Probably the same lineup. The Hand of the Gods and the Doom Orb. So Jerbie's gonna grab that one up there. Across the way, Team Weak3n has Mercury, Isis, Guang on her, and Sobek on her. Sobek holding down the 2v2 lane there on the left side of the map. Guang to the solo lane on the right side. We have Isis in the mid lane, and then Mercury in the jungle. Across the way, Team Jerbie has Chang'e in the mid lane. Athena supporting the Artemis there in the 2v2 lane. Freya in the jungle, and Halv here's Tier in the solo lane. So Guang has his work cut out for him.
Yes. Something to note though: the Mercury combo. Danger.
It is.
Danger. I mean, they catch Tier off guard, throw that right into a giant invisible dragon.
Yep.
Or I guess ethereal dragon.
Yeah, you could say. Well, it still hurts. I guess what it creates hurts, not necessarily the dragon itself. Either way, so what he's talking about, this is a combo that has been prevalent since the dawn of time. I guess the conceptual idea of it, Fenrir, into Alcohol Ultimate, anything that can stand still. But Mercury's special delivery holds them in place for a second, and then Mercury can choose the direction that he throws them. So obviously you just grab him and throw him directly at the Kwong. Wherever he is, just throw him at the Kwong. It's a line skill shot, comes through, bam, hits him, burst damage, hits it. And that's really hard to deal with. That's really the strength of Mercury early on. Now this is going to be in the solo lane, so you're going to be doing it against Tier, which is notably less effective because Tier is going to be very mobile, has the good heal and the guard stance, cleave, and also has the ability to jump and dash twice. So it's going to be less effective. It's more effective in the mid lane. It's unfortunate enough that Guang is in the solo lane and Mercury's in the jungle, so it's not going to be as effective against Tier. It would have been fantastic with someone like Chang'e, who, if you can try to do it before she has the ability to activate her too and get that immunity up. But either way, I think this is a much more stable lineup for both teams versus the last game where it was just they ran a very thin line with that burst damage team up against the sustain team.
Well, we're 5 seconds out, Dry Bear, before game one will start. He's counting at me. I don't know why he's counting. They can't hear you. We don't have cameras on. They can't see you doing this.
They know.
And you weren't even right. It was apparently
like
9 seconds because of loading, so.
Loading's OP.
You watch your mouth.
Wow! I can't. I need a mirror.
I can see my mouth.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you see it behind your small man beard?
My
In the game we are, as you can see on the screens, we're loaded up into Game 2 of the Grand Finals. Team Jerbie up against Team Weak3n. And this is going to be what decides it. Now, Team Jerbie wins here. That's it. They win it all. Team Weak3n has to win. They have to take this match. And if they don't, they're going to second place. Now, this may be a normal tournament to some of you. You look at it, you're thinking, okay, so it's gems. 4,000 gems, the winning team. 2,000 in second place. What's the big deal? This is the first Divine Intervention to ever run. And these are members of the community. So everyone that has pushed forward to this tournament has the confidence in knowing that they beat out other members of the community, not so much the teams itself, to prove yourself. So Weak3n and Jerbie, both unsigned players, have the ability to take this tournament and prove to everyone else how great they are.
Well, they're going to have a good opportunity with this invade, as it looks like all 5 members of Team Jerbcraft have jumped up, and look at this positioning. Oh, just hide right in that hole. They're not going to see it coming. They know something's happening. Too many people are missing. Don't go across. Don't go across. Don't go across. They're spotted. All 5 of them are going to be known, and they have been made here as Zamulal and Saint Turbo and Weak3n catch them out of position. And now it looks like they're just going to be setting up 20 seconds until the buffs. Till the creep camps spawn. Until then, it's just kind of high pressure.
It certainly is something that they're looking forward to keep up for the rest of the match. 0 seconds, 10 seconds from now, the minions will spawn, or the jungle camps will spawn. The minions have already spawned at this point. They're going to make their way up the lanes and try to start meeting off and facing off against the other team. Dumorb in the mid lane with Jungga. We also have the Jungle Freya. No really surprising items picked up from anyone. Focus on the wards there for the Sobek, so not going to have as much mana as he would like, but of course can use still his ultimate to regenerate mana if he needs it. Honor going to pick up that blue buff. Looks like blue buff a little bit late there for Team Jerbie. They're making their way over there. Generally does happen if you're on the destroyed side in the 2v2 lane. You will be a little bit late to your lane because you do mid camps first and then go to blue rather than just starting blue. So it kind of balances out that way. Ice is the mid lane being forced back here by Jerbie on Chang'e. Gonna have some trouble dealing with this. And looks like Ao Guang as well as Mercury gonna pick up the blue buff, but they might lose some minions. In fact, it looks like they have lost, just one minion, but then they go some gold here on these minions. There's one minion, two, that's going to be possibly three minions worth of gold. That looks about three.
Yeah,
3
I think
minions
they
worth of
got
gold,
three
plus
there.
1 minion for gold and experience.
I mean, that's good. Taking a look at the gold difference, Jerbie already has a lead. Granted, it's only 160, 170 gold, but I mean, that's still significant. Yellow below actually has pushed down and has gotten level 3 pretty early here. Weak3n, again, has used his potion pretty early on a character that didn't really need to, so that's going to run out a minute earlier. But for right now, it looks like he has picked up the red buff. I always find it strange when Mercury opts for red instead of speed.
Left lane, we saw Onher and Sobek go in. Great Sobek grab there on the Artemis, bringing her back, and then immediately responding with a Disperse, and then Onher just walked away. So the Disperse came out, throwing the Artemis backwards into the wave, and then Artemis walked along a wall, and Onher walked away. Didn't even throw. I mean, the Impale could have obviously been on cooldown, so possibly that was the interaction there. There's the Impale Athena straight to the wall, not wasting that opportunity. But it looks like Charge Prey on the Athena. This could be a kill. The trap's on the ground. Onher doesn't want to step on it. Just needs a few shots. Disperse for the kill, because why not just Goomba stomp your enemy? There's going to be first blood left lane. Team Weak3n takes first blood on Athena.
I'm sure Weak3n's very thrilled with that, considering Artemis got pushed out a little bit last game. This time, on her roll, has been doing a little bit of Freya. Freya gets the banish, but it's on Weak3n. It looks like Zamu was able to get a few shots off. He's dodging very well, almost luckily so, getting away. Look at that health. That was almost catastrophic.
That single gumball.
He should not have gone for Weak3n. Isis would have been caught out, but Weak3n, of course, has special delivery to counteract that kind of situation. But they did push out the mid lane, but now poor Jerbie sitting level 4. Not a lot of damage to his name just yet on Chang'e. But look at this. I mean, we see his build. He's doing the Dumorb every single game now.
He certainly is. It seems to be working for him with the way that he plays, and he just plays characters that have the heals to keep yourself alive long enough. And of course, not only does it keep you alive, but you also have the heals that are intensified because of the damage you get from that Doom Orb. So it stacks pretty well here. Mid lane, we see the Wing Gust coming out from the Isis to clear this whole wave. Chang'e, actually Chang'e is not that great at countering the Isis. Now, the biggest thing about Isis is the damage that you're going to need to clear waves comes, the majority of it comes from Wing Gust. The Spirit Ball works, but you have to stack up pretty effectively in order to make it work as well. But you look at, counters to Isis in the mid lane, like Habwa, who can just water spout you the second you start Wing Gust, and that gets shut down entirely, versus Chang'e, who can't do as much.
So now, speaking of which, we see Zamulal. Stasis mode. On the bottom left.
Yeah, there you go.
Looks like we got caught into stasis mode, guys. You can't see that. It is covered by the Divine Intervention logo, but let it be known that we have hit stasis mode. So give us a second while we try to get everything back up to normal. In the meantime, Dry Bear, what's your perfect Sunday?
Going to Disneyland.
Rude.
So we do have stasis mode here, so we're going to see what exactly is going on. No word just yet from the players or the admins that are running the tournament right now to see what's happening in this match. So obviously that it's completely frozen. It's possible the game ended prematurely or something ended up crushing out there. So we're going to wait to see exactly what happened here. Just putting a little Alquag Dale there on the screen so you guys can have some fun with that. Looking at the graphs, 299 gold in favor of Team Weak3n and 349 experience in favor of Team Jerbie. So for all intents and purposes, even though the first blood did go to Team Weak3n, this game is pretty much even. No big gains just yet. Freya's going to go for the Fatalis first, most likely going for the standard Fatalis, although some Freyas do prefer the Hasten Fatalis for the ability to just move at full speed at all times while using that basic attack. And then we'll, as we go forward, we'll see how that does develop. And of course, like they did last match, Team Jerbie's going to go for 4 Hand of the Gods.
I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of troubleshooting. Try to get this fixed as fast as possible. See if I can't figure something out here. I hate new keyboards.
So tough.
Couldn't find any of the buttons I needed to find. Home end is under home instead of next to it. Like, oh, my whole life.
Looks like they are actually playing right now, so I'm going to drop out as well. Looks like the stream just got completely messed up. Yep, looks like they're actually in game still.
Did you get a timer before you did that?
3:18. Around there. Gonna move out here just to hop into the match really quickly again. I'm gonna start to just fast forward back to the location of justice. Both players log back in. So again, apologies about that. Looks like the spectator actually messed up for a bit. Ended up losing that little area of the game for us. So we're going to get back up to speed. You can see they tried the invade, going to the left lane. We could just speed cast all this. The mid camps did end up going to the proper location. We did actually see First Blood go to Athena there, or go on to Athena there on the left side. Right side, Al Guang doing a pretty good job of dealing with Tier. Now losing a little bit of gold, obviously, as Tier pushes very effectively. Tier's push is incredibly powerful. Fearless into the Hand of the Gods is the easiest way to play that wave. And you can just use Fearless into Cleave when you don't have Hand of the Gods on cooldown, or off cooldown anyway. So that's available to them. Looks like 3:06 is where I'm at right now, which is pretty darn close to where we were before. What time are you at?
I'm still catching up to you now because I went back. Looks like I am paused at... you gotta keep going.
3:16?
Just gotta keep going. I'll catch back up.
Well, it looks like it's pretty darn close right now. So this is where we left off, guys. About just over 3 minutes right now. So you see, First Blood did end up going to Team Weak3n left lane. Athena went down, and beyond that, not a whole lot has happened. Of course, mid lane we have Jerbie seen on Doomorb. It's at the same spot.
Yeah, it was.
Interesting.
This is the same area, huh?
It sure was. So
This-
it's 3:28 where it was before. I guess the spectator just didn't create. It's just dead at this point. That is unfortunate.
I think this might be a corrupt demo.
That is what it's looking like. So the demo file gets created when anyone spectates a match, or if it's been flagged to do that preemptively for specific players or specific, Smite members. And it seems like the demo file that was created for this match is just got messed up at this certain point. 3 minutes and 28 seconds into this match. Here, we're going to bring this out.
Are you watching her too?
Yeah.
She's mesmerizing.
She is fantastic.
Her face never changes.
She doesn't smile or do anything. She just blinks. What does she have to dance about right now?
Slice.
Freya's getting some exercise. She's got somewhere to be. Freya's got some business to deal with.
For those in chat asking, there's actually no way for us to jump ahead of it. Stasis mode indicates that we've reached the end of our loaded playtime. And either that A, it has not loaded, which would be a connection issue, or B, that the file has been corrupt and thus would not let us continue past.
Interesting state events. We're going to try and do a little bit more to see if we can't fix this up for you. If not, we can try and go into the replay when the match is completed, which would be a little bit delayed, and try and see.
Jerbie might be
replay file
streaming.
itself.
We could always restream the stream for Streamception.
Stream.
Mama. Mama.
Mama. Was it the mom or the horse?
I think that was it.
Was it
Mama,
the mom or the
mama.
horse?
Mama.
Mama. Probably back to match here. I'm just restarting my client to see if it ends up being a solution. If not, we'll have to find another one. It's unfortunate enough that this match did end up the way that it did. Of course, you guys are wondering. We are in Game 2 of the Grand Finals. Facing off is Team Jerbie versus Team Weak3n. And the Game 2 got to about 3 minutes and 28 seconds on screen and then just fell apart here. So the issue is most likely the fact that we jumped back in and couldn't get it, is that the demo file that was created on Spectate ended up being corrupted or just stopped creating itself or just stopped processing. And something happened there in the intermediary during the game itself. So it looks like we're not going to get past that. We're going to try closing out my game and try again, see if I can get to that spot for you. In the meantime, what's your best Sunday?
My best Sunday?
Your best Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday?
It looks like I'm going to get stuck at the same spot here, Dry Bear. You're the hero we need, and it's not looking good.
Mm-hmm. You don't know. I can't fast forward. Yep. It's not buffering.
It's like I knew, even though Dry Bear told me I didn't know.
I feel like because you just did it, you have an unfair advantage.
What do you want to do, Dry Bear?
Well, here's what we're going to do. We are going to check to see if there is stream.
Mr. Jerbcraft.
Nope.
Conan Law.
Oh, there it is. Just to see where he is in the game right now. Those of you who are wondering what's going on. Looks like they are 13 minutes in.
How did they do that? We're at 3 minutes. How did they get to 13? They're from the future. Or we're from the past.
Lots of Red Bull.
Somebody get Frog.
Lots of Red Bull. Just tons. Well, we can do that. So here's the issue. We can either stream the stream
With game sound.
with game sound. How do we get game sound without voice?
That's what I'm saying, with game sound, and then have the voices. Or B, and then try to cast over it. Or B, no game sound, and we cast silently, or rather over silence. But right now, it looks, Jerbie's UI is so tiny. How does he see anything? He must have super eyes. My brand.
Elf.
That's
my brand!
My brand.
That's my brand!
My brand. He is 0-1-2 right now. Taking a look at the scoreboard, it looks like Jerb's team's up about 3,000 gold as they pressure towards what seems to be an uncontested, actually might be contested, I don't know how the colorblind, nope, uncontested Gold Fury.
Fantastic. So right here, we're going to see that Gold Fury being brought down. Teleport ward coming in there. Go ahead and bring this.
Soon. Just so you guys know, Tier runs in. Looks like he used Hand of the Gods a little bit too soon. He's backing off. Jerbie's able to finish it up with a Crescent Moon Dance, earning 1,500 gold for the team. Fearless misses as Sobek goes under the water to avoid the CC. And then I think everyone's just calling escape here. Mercury rotates back in, but I don't know if he's going to have the presence to push out Chang'e. And now, it looks like there's just a pretty decent advantage. Now, because we're not in the spectator client, guys, we won't be able to tell you the exact damage, gold numbers, etc. But you will be able to see this from at least one perspective, which is obviously much better than 0 perspectives.
Yeah, so we have the Chang'e perspective here on screen. Looks like we're going to actually be sitting here at a pretty decent advantage there for them. Going back to the base, you see Chang'e here. 14 minutes and 46 seconds into this game. We're going to try and just deal with this the best that we possibly can. Looks like it's going to be 37,000.
Yeah, it's hard to see. I see 38.5 right now to 34.7. What's your timer, Trevor?
Looks like 15, 21, 22.
All right, so I'm like a quarter second behind. It's fine. Charge Prey coming out. Stunned outright. Nowhere to go. Not even going to get Waxing Moon off. Jerbie goes down.
He certainly does, and that's a tough situation to be in. See Freya kind of go around here to pause the sprint going after the ice. Skip the wing guts. There's a Mercury ultimate crushing right through. Alcohol ultimate not going to land, though. We see Tier running towards the left side of the map, being forced back. Your right side, we see Athena going up against Artemis, and the teleport comes in from the on. Artemis staying, and Athena going to back off there. Looks like in the mid lane, Tier going to be pushing forward.
The cell number is now on the cell tab. That's awesome. That was never there. That's fantastic. What a great quality of life improvement.
No more math. Math is hard.
I always had to do a lot of math. It was very annoying.
Math is hard.
I get like 624. Shout out to laziness.
Laziness is great.
Who doesn't like being lazy?
That's a good question.
Besides, no, I got nothing.
Looks like right now we're going to have a 3,000 gold lead so far for Team Jerbie. 16 minutes in Smash, 6-4. Tier's going to be teleporting over to the left side tower to defend this one up. There goes the Fierce Cleave combination. Make sure that does not fall down. Athena will be moving forward into her jungle to defend against the On her as well as the Artemis. So it looks like...
How did I jump so far ahead of you?
No, this is 1644. 45?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okie doke. All right, yeah, so, I don't know. Twitch is very confusing. Working on Magi's Blessing doesn't want to get caught again. Much needed CC immunity, especially given that he hasn't picked up anything like beads or Aegis Shield. Again, opts for the Hand of the Gods into teleport. Still, we have a good shot here. Oh, Waxing Moon was wasted. Circle of Protection was huge there. Freya goes down.
Drumming right down there, jumping to the top of the Chunga, gets thrown twice in towards the tower. The heal comes off, there goes the hit. Sobek going down into his ultimate as Chunga tries to escape. The Spear Ball is going to get that one. Athena going to back off from the mid lane, so great pick up there. At this point, we're 17 minutes and 30 seconds of the match as Mercury is making his way towards the mid lane. Athena now charged with defending this tower by herself. A very, very strong reaction here. Now going off from top, the Hand of the Gods comes through. Sobek is there. Good taunt keeping him in place. He's very tank though. Isis from the side. You look for the Spirit Ball. It's not going to land, and Isis is forced to disengage as Tyr was pushing left tower, and he's gonna get it.
So now we see the left tower go down here. That's a pretty good swing for Jerb's team. They definitely needed that considering how much is getting picked off. And if you take a look at the board right now, they're still up about 3,400 gold. Granted, they might lose their right tower pretty soon. Mid lane looks like Athena's pushing up. Weak3n comes in there, gets hit by the Fearless Power Cleave, but no pressure from Artemis, who was forced to use her boar early. They're not gonna be able to pick that one up. That would have been a big kill onto Weak3n. Shed some of those Heartseeker stacks as Sally goes to sell seashells
by the seashore
with Heartseeker stacks.
Yeah. Peter Piper picked a peck of
really
peppers.
came to the Peter Piper.
Peter Piper.
Peter
Picked
Piper.
a peck of pickled peppers.
Peter Piper is about to pick an Alquang as Jerbie rushes forward. 147 on the heel there. Level 17 is max. Not really sure where that tornado went. Waxing Moon might be going off here. He's going to wait one more to see if he can get enough damage. There comes Weak3n. This is a good pick. Gets it right through the special delivery. Or rather the Sonic Boom. It looks like Waxing Moon's going to hit two people as well. Beautiful play. Great discipline coming out from Jerb. Didn't get over antsy about that kill. Stuck with it. And earned himself a free escape after wasting multiple ultimates.
So we're now 4-9 here, 19 minutes in this match. We see Team Jerbie up about 4,000 gold, or 3,000 gold, I'm sorry. So 3,000 gold lead still has been kind of fluctuating around the 3,000 gold mark. Doomorb stacks here at 30 right now. As you see him pushing forward here in the mid lane. We see Athena being forced back. She's very low. Mercury trying to get his punching his way to destiny. And there goes the Athena kill. That damage is far too high for Athena to deal with at this point. There goes the basic attack throughout the mid lane as Alquang as well as Mercury making their way around. There goes Mercury. There's a special leg bringing right back into Alquang. Tornado's going to come through. There's the 2, but it's going to hit the tornado anyway. The heal comes out, but it's not going to do anything as she drops way down there. And now all of a sudden we're in a situation where Chunga's dead, Athena's dead, 3 players still up here for Team Weak3n, and Team Jerbie has to be able to do something, but they still have the lead.
They do. I mean, and with this, Tyr should really take this opportunity to try to burn down, help his team out, get that Gold Fury. It looks like he's going to get aggressive, switches into the aggro stance, and uses Fearless to get away. Maybe nothing going to happen here. Master Zebras looks visibly angry right there as it looks like he's just waiting. Like, we're going to do the Gold Fury? Like, can we do it? You doing mid camp so we can get Gold Fury?
Looks like they're going to find Artemis here to wait in front of the Gold Fury. It looks like she's going to be forced back, but it's just Sobek at this point going to need some damage follow-up if anything is going to happen here. Athena's going to jump down just to make sure that Artemis is A-okay, and
That's
she is perfectly fine. So just force them back. The Gold Fury did not get taken. Looks like they're going to be grouping up over there, but I mean, that's absolutely right. They had the opportunity to get the Gold Fury. They got the kills, didn't take it.
Honestly, I think that was a pretty big win for the Sobek there, forcing out the Athena ult. I mean, that's a really big deal in team fights. And now they're pressuring forward. Waxing Moon is ready to go. I just don't know what they're going to be able to do. Athena dives in, shot there to hit 2. Desert Fury goes off. She's trying to keep her team up. Valkyrie's discretion has been used. It looks like she's turned her sights, and she's going to opt to kill one person, or at least try to. Mercury got out of it. Slippery slope there, crashing down, just barely dodging that ultimate. Great job by Jer, but he really has nowhere to go here. Artemis actually has rejoined the fight. Tyr still hasn't appeared on the death screen, but I can't imagine it's going to be long. Heal doesn't quite go off. There it goes. Might be able to save him. Does have the dance back up. Lets him become immune, but he's getting greedy here. Too much pressure. They didn't put enough before, and now 3 more people are down.
Yeah, and Chunga's pretty close here. Looks like they're trying to go for the Isis Spirit Ball. Lands. Outgoing's there, but he doesn't have any mana. Mercury definitely has mana, but not as much HP. Trap on the ground. Great placement there. The prevents him from going through the threshold point. Really good placement there. So now Mercury's going to make his way around the corner, possibly go after this, but they expended a lot to get the 3 kills they already had, and they may not just want to try to go for that. But again, the Gold Fury's there. They didn't lose any players, and they're still not going for it.
I don't understand. I mean, both teams have now had ample opportunity to try to make something happen. I like the Artemis kind of like just going for the defend. I think her and Tier really could have burned it down fast enough. But granted, as we always say, us casters have, and you at home, have much better vision of the map.
That's right.
We know where everyone is. We have this information, and that's not something they could have wondered about. But it really looked like Artemis was just begging to do it. But now it doesn't look like Weak3n's team was able to get it either. But I mean, the lead has shrunk here, and it looks like actually
it's tied.
Team Weak3n, I think, is in the lead. Is that a 7?
Yep, so it's about 300 gold in lead, 200 gold in lead right now. So they actually got starting to
What's
pull
the
ahead
experience
here,
difference?
surprisingly enough. The experience difference is more or less around the point that it's at.
Nailed it.
Chunga on the middle lane. Chunga, surprisingly enough, 0, 4, and 2 right now. The grade that he was able to pull off with the Hell is limited because Chunga's healing does not match Hell's healing. Hell has a significant amount of healing. And they also include the 1 in the heal stance that heals her specifically. Right. It allows Hell to be more aggressive than Chunga. We've seen this in every single game. In fact, last match we watched Hell. Hell had about 2 to 3 times more healing overall than Chunga did, and it just doesn't have the amount of aggression that he wants once that Hell got banned out.
So going back here, doesn't look like he's going to finish the hand. Starting up, strangely enough, on the Void Stone, I really expected maybe a Hide of the Nemean Lion or something to prevent this Mercury from burning down the way that he's been doing it. It's been a rough couple minutes for him.
Mercury as well as On are able to do lots of damage late, and they're relying heavily on Isis and Ao Guang for that damage in the magical department, so we'll see if they can get that high enough. Ao Guang's actually been doing a fantastic job landing the Squalls for the slow, and then Tornadoes to fall up there. The ultimates have been dodged quite successfully here by Team Jerbie. Looking at the gold numbers, we're going to see it's still about 400 gold difference, so it's very, very close right now. 23 minutes and 50 seconds into this match. It is very, very close. And of course, everything is on the line here for Weak3n. If Jerbie wins this match, they will have it. That's 2-0 victory in the grand final. It's a best of 3 series. Chunga ultimate coming through as the stream froze for a second. Now we're going on top of it. Now Isis being forced back. Mercury ultimate coming through. Freya up into the air. The burst damage coming through. The silence comes out as well as the circle protection. But if it popped early there, it may have been a mistake as the Deathbreaker comes through. Isis still very, very low. The banish not going to land. And looks like Isis goes down. Sobek very low as well. The burst damage comes through. They're going to get a 2-for-1 exchange so far. Looks like it's still going on. The assists are coming out. They're still diving through. Good tornado, actually.
What in the world?
Very good tornado.
He ran right into that. That actually might spell death for him. Spirit's Tempest from the back finds Freya and sends her directly to hell. There was nowhere to go. What a great positioning there, because Jerbie was on one side, Freya's on the other. He's just like, I'll pick one, and that's it. And he found it, and that's a big pickoff. Granted, Valkyrie's discretion was down. It might have been better to go for the Chang'e, but at the same time, turning that 2-for-1 into a 2-for-2 is such a big deal, and what a great shot coming out from AO.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he didn't realize it, you look right at the situation that Chang'e was in, just walking forward. He didn't expect the tornado to land there or the ultimate coming through. I mean, just perfect placement, good prediction, able to just see exactly what's going on and how it's happening. So it's important to look at, where are you in the map? What just happened? How are the team fights going? And are you able to react to it? It's really important to be able to predict that. And we saw that, Chang'e wasn't ready for it. Tornado just walked straight into the tornado. Had to use the 2 for the immunity, but it just wasn't enough to keep them alive. So at this point, we're going to see them pushing up. Looking at the goal numbers, we're going to see actually still about 100 goal difference. Pretty even so far. Very, very good lineup. Looks like the ones that come out there from the Chang'e, they're going to push this forward as best they possibly can. The question is, will they be able to pull out some objectives? Because that's what's going to make this gap
Was that rhetorical?
different.
Did you want an answer to that?
Rhetorical.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Do you know the answer?
I forget it now.
All right. Irrelevant.
Irrelevant?
Irrelevant.
Is that like in sync?
It's a place. It's like a building. You can be in it. Anyways, the objectives are going to make the difference here between these teams. The Gold Fury, the towers. Look at the tower situation. You see one tower down for Chunga, as well as Chunga's team for Team Jerbie here. Nesh Initiate comes on top. The burst damage comes right through. Honor's going to go down. Just getting that CC.
That jump was not a good idea. They found him. He had nowhere to go. Even if he Desert Fury there was no way he was getting out of that. Although Waxing Moon is down for the team fight now, that could hurt them. Spirit's Tempest blowing through multiple people there, absorbing the Magi's Blessing with the knockback. Sobek dives in as well. We got the knockback was great again from the tail whip, and now he's just looking to escape Freya, missing multiple gumballs. They're trying to get something. Weak3n just picking off person after person. Great Spirit Ball coming out from Zamu, and now Weak3n's looking for something here. Really low. This could be dangerous. Fist of the Gods into the Spirit Ball. Jerbie's gonna drop. Tier's gonna drop.
Kill for Weak3n, going for the Penta here. Freya jumping out in the mid lane. She's gonna survive, but they're gonna go for the Gold Fury this time around. They're at the Gold Fury right now, as we saw on the map. They're gonna be doing it. Freya comes over to try to assist. They are pretty low. Just needs a few target. Does she have anything to CC? No. The Spirit Ball gets activated early to go for the Gold Fury, but she's gonna die anyway. So there goes the 5-man Deicide jumping right on top of it.
Close.
Very close of getting that, but it looks like she's not going to be able to do it. 21-7. The Penta
was maybe 3 seconds off.
I would say 3 to 5.
Yeah.
3 to 5. Pretty darn close there. So it looks like that's not going to be able to pick up. And
Hi to the Nemean line, right in chat right there. Yes, everybody, buy it.
Yeah,
Shut
Mercury
that
is
down.
just shredding.
Well, I was going to say, let's take a look at the build.
We can't.
Let's pretend to look at the build. Oh my God!
Wow!
What does he have High to the Urchin for?
That's amazing.
Oh my!
Did he buy a
wait, pause it.
Oh, button's down there. So at this point, I think Jerbie right now, he's trying to play Chunga as hell.
Yeah, it's not
His
working.
healing's too low, and he doesn't have the burst.
Right.
He keeps going
and he's
in.
chasing.
You saw in that last fight, he was following, using all his abilities properly, but just didn't have that hit, that boom that allows him to just burst through.
Honestly, I think it would have been different if he would have been a little bit more disciplined and not used the Waxing Moon on the guaranteed kill.
That's right.
If he had saved it to hit both Weak3n and Zamu, he not only would have killed Zamu, but he would have had an opportunity to bait Weak3n long enough to get the kill. I think it would have been guaranteed, and I know Jerbie as a player. I think he's thinking about that right now. He's probably saying to himself, I got a little bit greedy there. I need to calm down. I need to stop focusing on these 1-point kills and look for the 3 or 4-point Waxing Moons unless my team is in danger.
You know, the biggest thing, too, is Alcohol got a great ultimate in that cluster.
Right.
Going into that threshold point, into that little bottleneck, it just went straight through. The thing is when they follow up to go through that threshold point, there's a Chunga ultimate as well. So the follow-up is really important here. See initiation coming out. Charge Spray comes out onto Chunga. Ice is doing the best that she can. Freya's there. Sables over. There goes the ultimate as well. Another guaranteed kill. Pops the circle protection. She's actually not dead. Guaranteed is the wrong word here. Freya's going to go down to the ultimate. Looks like they still were unable to get the kill. Chunga left behind. Everyone's scattering out. Sobek on the left side going against the Artemis, thrown back. Now popping that vengeful assault, going for the shred down on top of the Sobek in range. Just needs a little more distance. There's the slow from the volley. One more hit will do it. And Jerbie gets the kill there on Sobek. A 1-for-1 exchange thus far. Looks like they're still pushing down the mid lane. Everyone has retreated and gone back to the well and healed up. So they're a little bit weakened here. Charge comes out from the Mercury. Not going to be able to grab it. There goes Fist of Gods. The tower's on top of her. She's going to take some damage here as Mercury jumps in. Desert Fury gets the kill. Chunga goes down. A 2-for-1 exchange so far. That well heal is helping them so much this fight. And there goes a beautiful Spirit Ball on the Freya. Pick her off as well. So a 3-for-1 for Weak3n.
So again, we see Jerb get over aggressive and use the Waxing Moon on one person. They think it's guaranteed. They miss the kill and then they chase it. Number 1 rule to be a good Smite player: don't chase kills. It's not worth it. It's never worth it. Unless you're going to get a triple out of it, it's just not a good idea. Now, we just saw the trap get eaten there that was sitting over near the Fire Giant. Jerb's going to change his view to Tier as he attempts to jump in there, and it looks like he's going to go right inside of it as it goes down. He actually helped him push it.
Yeah. Pushed him right back down to the ground. It's the worst feeling in the world to go try and contest an objective like that and get there as they're finishing it. You're just like, that feeling comes out. So at this point, we're at 30 minutes, 26 seconds into the match, 25-8. With that Fire Giant, as well as the fact they cleared that map, Team Weak3n is looking strong right now. They're looking pretty strong right now. But at the same point, you know, I think this comes down to the ban. They got rid of the Hell. Chunga stands in a replacement, and I think if he wants to play with that aggressive burst healing strategy with Hell, Ra would have been a better fit than Chunga. It doesn't really have the same fit up here. Ra does have good healing, it has the burst that he would need and to fit his playstyle with the range, and Chunga's just not filling it out.
She just doesn't have the damage. She's getting over aggressive. But for those of you at home right now, thank you for sticking with us through our technical difficulties. If it makes you feel any better, Drybear is currently wearing a headset that has no function whatsoever.
It makes me look really
Spirit's
cool.
Tempest right through the middle. It looks like Insane Turbo able to earn a double kill in that mess. Freya sprinting out right now, gets caught, and it looks like the Magi's blessing was enough to stop that.
Mercury.
Waxing Moon, he's pushing forward, and there it goes, right into Isis. That's a deicide. I think we might see a surrender vote here.
It's coming. Last surrender comes out. There goes 2 votes. Just need 1 more. 3 votes out. Nope, we see a no. What will
Who is
the
the no?
final person?
Oh, Athena says sorry, and then says no anyway. She's not sorry.
She's not sorry.
I'm not sorry.
31 minutes, 45 seconds of the match. They're pushing down the center of the Minotaur. Nope, the surrender vote makes it through.
This is good news.
Is it?
Because now we can use the spectator client
Game
again.
3. Game 3 it is, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to
You'll
get
see it here.
everything set up. We're going to talk a little bit about the post game here, and then we're going to cut to a quick break. But before we do that, let's take a look as Jerbie click the button.
If he does it.
Jerbie, click the button. Oh, he's getting ready.
I don't know. Either way, we're going to pull this up. So again, apologies for those of you who are wondering what happened there. The spectator client that created the demo actually ended up dying, whether the file was corrupted or just stopped creating or something along the lines, just end up catching out in the wrong position. It was tough, but we ended up to just use the chunk version to see if we can't get something.
What? What happened?
It just started going again. It finished. So the game that we're in, I left it open and it actually started going again. In fact, that was at 14 minutes. It's been
Yeah,
going for,
so it's been going for about 10 minutes. We fell pretty far behind there.
Yep. We sure did. Well, it was almost a 40-minute match, so that was pretty far behind. All right, we're going to queue up here.
Oh, what a good day.
What a good day. Speaking of which, how about that Disneyland?
I want to go.
You do?
Let's go right now. What are you doing?
I'm casting a tournament. What are you doing?
All right, let's just do it.
You want to just go? Disneyland?
Well, let's go to Disney World.
Why Disney World?
First of all,